Curious, observant, human culture is undergoing a rapid global standardization. As markets and digital platforms merge, distinct regional identities are flattened into a single, uniform global culture. The most immediate casualties of this process are ancient folk music and rare ethnic instruments. The master musicians who hold the physical knowledge of how to build and play these unique instruments are aging out, taking their traditions with them. For the isolated indigenous communities where these sounds originated, the barrier to keeping them alive is often economic. Passing down a musical heritage requires time, physical materials, and instruction, resources many of these populations cannot afford. Diapason Global Education for Music, or DGEM, operates as a nonprofit emergency response unit. Their mandate is to intercept and capture these specific cultural assets before the clock runs out on the remaining master players. Preserving a local identity requires deliberate action. If we do not actively locate and secure these isolated traditions right now, global homogenization will erase them permanently. The operation begins with a phase called Capture and Preserve, executed directly in the remote locations where these sounds still exist. DGEM deploys teams consisting of film industry professionals and ethnomusicologists, experts who study the cultural contexts of music. Together, they track down local masters and capture their techniques in high fidelity. The immediate result of this fieldwork is a massive influx of raw digital assets. DGEM curates this material to construct a large digital repository of video and audio heritage. This network diagram maps the infrastructure. Raw files from isolated regions flow inward to a centralized database, establishing a master blueprint. From there, the curated data streams outward, giving universities and music schools globally direct access to the archived heritage. Rigorous professional documentation secures the baseline data. Without this exact frame-by-frame recording, the specific physical mechanics of playing these instruments would be lost completely. Once the data is secured in the archive, the next hurdle is distribution. Teaching a student in an urban center to play an instrument that physically resides thousands of miles away presents a massive logistical wall. This bar chart visualizes the friction points. Manufacturing, shipping, and repairing rare physical instruments at every educational hub is prohibitively expensive. Physical inventory scales poorly. DGEM bypasses physical logistics by utilizing AI and augmented reality. The software reads the archive data and reconstructs three-dimensional, interactive holograms of the instruments directly in front of the student. A student from an underserved community can manipulate these holographic strings, learning the precise techniques of their indigenous traditions, or any genre they choose, without paying for the equipment or the lesson. By substituting a physical object with light and data, DGEM bypasses the logistical bottlenecks and high costs that usually restrict specialized music education to specific geographical regions. Sending software to a new hub is instantaneous. This digital approach allows a single preserved tradition to be taught in hundreds of locations at once, bridging the gap between ancient instruments and modern students. Digital holograms break the initial barriers of entry, but the ultimate objective of a DGEM hub is physical, tactile creation. Through strategic partnerships with manufacturers, DGEM procures actual physical instruments. Once a student learns the fundamentals digitally, they are handed a crafted instrument of their own to master. These physical spaces do more than teach technique. They utilize the biological effects of rhythm and frequency. By integrating structured sound work into the curriculum, the hubs provide local support for individuals managing the sensory challenges of autism or the neurological effects of PTSD. Economically, the hubs hire directly from the community. Indigenous musicians are brought into the global network as paid educators, creating localized, sustainable jobs. Cultural preservation cannot survive entirely on a remote server. You have to take the physical tools of creation, healing, and employment and place them squarely back into the hands of the community. DGEM is using augmented reality and global data networks to secure thousands of years of ancient acoustic history. But executing this infrastructure, deploying the recording teams, developing the holographic software, and securing physical instruments relies entirely on outside funding. As a nonprofit organization, this rescue operation only moves as fast as its donor base allows. you can ensure these cultural assets are not lost to time. Visit dgem.org today to make a donation and help put the world's musical heritage into the hands of the next generation.